I guess Lindsay here with Storybook Family Farm. So in the last few days, I haven't been able to get much work done on the garden just because of the fact that it keeps raining. So that has kind of been a bummer. Originally, whenever I started the garden project, it was not supposed to rain very much this week, but unfortunately that's changed. So I did get quite a bit of the garden space actually tilled up on Monday. It's not quite tilled up enough that I can plant in it though. So I had thought that I had done a better job of it, but I ended up missing quite a bit of grass in there. So that is kind of a bummer. That's the hardest part, honestly, with starting a new garden bed, is that like you're combating grass for the first couple years, like pretty heavily combating the grass. It would have been a lot better if I could have started this garden back in the fall, like had I known that this is where I was going to put it and this is how it was going to be and stuff, because then I could have just put a whole bunch of manure in this area, put cardboard down, and did different things, so then that way it would just suppress the weeds, kind of like I did for the flower bed up there. I would have done the same thing over here, but couldn't do that. So once the ground dries up, and I have no idea how long it's going to be, then I'm going to actually come through with the tiller again and hit everything again. And by that time, it'll probably actually be time for me to also till up an area over in here for the tomatoes and the peppers. So in Ohio, it's still kind of technically a little early to be planting tomatoes and peppers. If I already had the spot tilled up, I probably would go ahead and do it now if I had the tomatoes and peppers. But I don't have the spot tilled up, so no point in doing it now. Plus the ground is really stinking wet. So I did get the rose bushes that I got on clearance. I got all of them planted, so we're gonna have a red one over here, an orange one in the middle of the porch, and then another red one on the end. And obviously I got the garden fence put up too. So going down the garden fence down this way, lining the entire fence, I actually have rose bushes like every 5 feet. So that's going to be really cool to have like pinks and reds and different things of that nature. The clouds, I keep seeing them in the camera and I'm like, they look really cool. So yeah, I get so distracted. Golly. So everything is now fenced in here. I got the rest of the flowers planted today. I had to keep taking several breaks because it kept raining and I kept getting rained on and stuff. But we ended up planting all of the Easter lilies, all of the hyacinths, and all of the tulips that we bought on clearance. They are all lining the fence that is right by the road there. So that'll be nice. Our vision for this space eventually is like pretty much from the driveway all the way over to the property line over there, to have that pretty much just be flowers. So it's going to take a long time for that to end up happening and taking over, because eventually it'd be nice if it was primarily just like perennials. So then we don't have to worry about planting again and doing all that stuff. We really like doing things that are more like perennial basis, just because it's a lot of work and a lot of effort to plant things at the scale that we'd plant, and to grow things at that scale too. So it's much easier to just get flowers and stuff that you can plant once and then never have to do it again. Plus eventually too, you can, make divisions and then give to your kids when they get houses and do different things. Like it's fun. But so I do still have 2 rabbits in here. The one in the front there, she's due to give birth any day now. So I just have them 2 in here. So there's plenty of grass area here for them. So I keep moving them. We move the rabbit tractors twice a day. So then that way they can get grass. They can also add manure to help fertilize the soil. And they also help mow the grass. So that's been about it that's been going on around here. I did till up all the areas around the fence lines, just so that way I wouldn't have to be super careful whenever I do till again, that I don't hit the fence. So definitely is a lot easier to till a garden space if you don't have a fence up yet. Ask me how I know. No, it's only been like once or twice that I've accidentally gotten too close to the fence and it just sort of like grips onto it. So anyways, that's about it. Our spring has been going crazy, so I'll show you guys it. The other day I actually took stakes around the property, and everywhere that there was like a mouth of a new spring that had opened up, I actually put the stake down in the ground so that way I could sort of map it out. It's really neat because they're all pretty much on contour with the same spot of the hillside, like even starting with this one and then going all the way around. It's kind of cool. But so yeah. The spring right now has more like water pressure than our bathtub does, so it's kind of neat. It's been neat sleeping with the windows open and stuff because you can hear it all night, so it's kind of soothing and relaxing. So anyways, I'm gonna go back in. It's pretty muggy out. It's definitely looking like it's going to rain again, and I don't really want to get wet anymore. I've already been rained on several times, so Anyways, thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.